experiencing that state of flow and communion with your higher self. So those are the types of meditation, and honestly, I don't think it matters. Choose one, choose them all, mix them up, whatever works for you. I'm having the hardest time keeping from gonking my camera. I'm sorry. The mantras are something that you can create your own, or go online and Google. I'm telling you, Google is our friend, and of course has been for a long time. But if I have a personal mantra that was given to me, one that I know is utilized by many is Om Mani Padme Um. And you can look that up, Om Mani Padme Um, if you want to use one of kind of an Eastern nature, or just Om. But mantras are a really great way to focus the mind in order for your own distractive thoughts to disappear, basically. So I personally am very much in favor of a mantra, but you can utilize any style of meditation. It doesn't have to be one with a mantra. Now, the mudras are hand positions, ways to hold your hands and fingers, which all is based on the science of the energetic circuitry of our body. Now, anyone who's heard of Reiki understands the energy that we utilize that flows through our body. It's a healing modality. Utilizing our inherent energetic flow in our body through hand movement can enhance our experience for a variety of reasons. I really encourage you to Google mudras. There are many, 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 many mudras. Some are easier to do than others in terms of being complicated, I'll call it. A very common one, and I'm not going to try to pronounce the name of it, is to put your thumb and pinky and ring finger together, leaving these fingers up, and both hands. And this is very for your own well-being and healing. If you can hold that mudra, just lying your hands on your thighs or in your lap with that mudra, your fingers in that position, is very beneficial. I personally, I'm a keep it simple person on almost anything if I can. So I will just lay my hands in my lap. And if you see Buddha statues, you will often see where the hands are simply overlapped and the thumbs touch. That is my most common hand placement. Sometimes I just have my hands laying in my lap, usually palms up. Palms up is a receiving. You're in a receiving position. So you're arranging yourself, setting yourself to receive. Even when we don't give that a lot of thought and don't analyze, we know you reach out your hands like this, you want to receive something. So I just lay them in my lap and they're kind of palms up. So take a look at mudras if you want to go deeper into that part of meditation to enhance your experience and your life in general. What the Hindus and the Hindu religion, which is ancient knowledge, that if we ignore what's already been developed, we're kind of shortchanging ourselves. I do not practice any particular religious path. I have been taught originally, my meditation practice was taught by an Eastern teacher, guru. But it is not necessary to embrace any religious practice in order to bring ourselves in alignment with our true nature, with our higher self. Oftentimes, organized religion can lead us as far away from that as humanly possible. It's as earthly, earthbound, doing outer practices are not a lot different in my mind than going shopping. Where we need to be is quiet and inner. Our inner life is where we access our true wisdom. And oftentimes that idea of being in the flow is the idea of accessing that higher self without being distracted by other thoughts. And musicians, creatives, oftentimes people who paint, crochet, there are a number of things that one can do that you end up just dropping into that flow of being rather than thinking, being rather than doing. You simply are in those moments for however long that lasts. So back to the point I'll make briefly before I say goodbye is there a goal to meditating? What are we trying to achieve? I cannot emphasize enough that of all the things we do here on earth, 100% appears to be goal-oriented, that we do everything for a reason. And while those are the only words I can use, that's the vocabulary we have for why. Why do you do anything? Well, here's why. This is my reason. Well, think of meditating rather than being goal-oriented. When people say that wasn't a good meditation, or I failed, I couldn't meditate, I sat, but I couldn't meditate. No, erase that from your vocab. If you sit and are quiet, just sit and allow yourself to be. That's it. Anything you do beyond that, mantras, mudras, postures, movements, anything you do beyond that deepens your understanding of yourself, your higher self, and allows you to connect that in every way that you can over time to your existence here in this incarnation will be of value. Don't let yourself get hung up on meditation's too hard. I don't have the time. I don't know how to do it. I can't do it. Let all that go. If you can sit down and be quiet for 30 seconds, that was 30 seconds of quiet, allowing yourself to be rather than do. That's kind of that. That's all I'll have to say today. I think next time maybe we'll just do a loving kindness meditation. That is just so awesome and simple. And so we'll think about that. Have a great day, and I hope you're all jazzed up from the eclipse.